Welcome back to the Sacred Journey series, a mystical journey to the sacred sites on our beautiful planet. Before we begin, just a little reminder, this is a series of meditation stories, therefore please only listen to this recording when you can relax fully and safely. If you're driving, operating machinery, or need your full attention, save this for another time. Episode 5, The Giza Plateau, Guardians of Cosmic Truth. Welcome back, beautiful soul. I'm so glad you've returned. We've been to 4 ancient sites, received 4 gifts, and something within that has been quietly, unmistakably changing with every journey. That ember in the deep places, it is no longer something you notice only when you look for it. It is simply there now, warm and present, a companion you're beginning to trust. And tonight we step into the next part of our journey when we visit the builders of light, the ones who left behind structures so extraordinary, so precise, so mathematically and astronomically sophisticated, that the question of how they did it, and more importantly, why, has occupied the best minds of every civilization that came after them. So we begin in Egypt. Settle in now, fully and completely. Let your body find its deepest ease, every muscle releasing, your weight surrendering entirely to the surface beneath you. And allow your eyes to gently close. Breathe in slowly and out all the way, letting everything soften. Again, in and out. Your body growing heavier and warmer and more perfectly at rest with every breath. Safe, held, completely at ease, and ready to travel somewhere magnificent. Feel the familiar lightness beginning, that beautiful expansion your mind moves into so naturally now, like a hand opening from a fist, like a room flooding with morning light. The analytical mind softening, releasing its grip on the day's concerns. Your awareness growing wider, softer, freer, until what remains is the vast and luminous part of you that knows how to travel. And now, effortlessly, your mind rises up through the ceiling, through the roof, out into the open air, the night sky above you, enormous and alive with stars, your body resting below, perfectly peacefully. Tonight, The pull is immediate and unmistakable, deeper into the ancient world, across land and sea to the blue of the Mediterranean, and then over the coast and the delta of the great river, the Nile. Dark and silver in the moonlight, winding through its valley like a thread of life through the desert, feeding everything that has ever grown or breathed or been built along its banks. You follow it south. The desert opens on either side, vast, pale, ancient beyond measure. And then, rising from the plateau on the western bank, their limestone faces catching the light of the moon, the pyramids. You drift down, your feet finding the warm desert sand at the edge of the plateau. They're even more magnificent than you expected. No description, no photograph, no film has ever conveyed what it feels like to stand before them. They don't seem like buildings. They seem like features of the landscape itself. The Great Pyramid of Khufu stands before you in the moonlight. 146 meters tall when it was completed, the tallest structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. 2.5 million blocks of stone, the heaviest weighing 80 tons, fitted together with a precision so extraordinary that you can't slide a sheet of paper between them. Aligned to the 4 cardinal points with an accuracy of a fraction of a degree, more precisely than any building constructed since. And at the center of the plateau, watching everything with its inscrutable, timeless gaze, the Sphinx. You walk towards it slowly, your feet quiet on the sand. The Sphinx is older than anyone agrees upon. Older, many researchers now believe, than the pyramids themselves. Its body worn by water in a land that has not seen significant rainfall for 10,000 years. It faces due east, directly towards the rising sun. And its face, in the moonlight, at this hour, in this silence, holds an expression you can't quite name. Not coldness, not distance, something more like patience. The patience of something that has been waiting for a very, very long time, that has seen civilizations rise and fall like waves, and is still here, watching, remembering. You sit in the sand before it and look up into its ancient face. And you become aware of something you have felt before on this journey. That quality of being expected, of having arrived somewhere that knew you were coming. Above you, the stars wheel slowly in their ancient courses, and you find yourself looking up at them with the particular attention of someone beginning to notice a pattern. 3 stars in a diagonal line, Orion's belt blazing above the horizon, and below them, on the earth, the 3 pyramids in the same configuration, the same diagonal, the same relative sizes, the same slight offset in the alignment, matching the slight offset in the stars with extraordinary precision. As above, so below. And now, the question you've been carrying since Stonehenge, that quietly insistent question about the spirals, about the shared symbols, about the same geometric understanding appearing in cultures with no contact across thousands of miles and thousands of years. It deepens, because here is another civilization at another time, building another monument oriented to the same stars, encoding the same understanding in stone, leaving the same message. The message wasn't carried by travelers. It wasn't passed down through trade routes. It came from somewhere else, from within. You don't fully know that yet, but you're closer than you were. The shape of the answer is beginning, very faintly, to be visible. The way a face becomes visible in a mosaic when you step back far enough to see the whole. A guide appears beside you, a young Egyptian man, unhurried and quietly radiant, who simply nods and begins walking towards the entrance of the Great Pyramid. You follow. Inside, the passageways are low and ancient, and smell of stone and time. You make your way upwards through the grand gallery, a breathtaking hall that rises 9 meters above you, its polished limestone walls reflecting the light of your guide's small lamp. And then you enter the king's chamber, a room of red Aswan granite, perfectly rectangular, the ceiling formed of 9 enormous granite slabs, each weighing 50 tons, placed there 4,000 years ago with a precision that has not shifted by a millimeter since. Your guide bows his head and withdraws. The lamp goes with him, and you're alone in the dark. Not frightening dark, the softest, most complete, most ancient dark you have ever known. The dark of a space that has been gathering silence for 4,000 years. You move to the center of the room. and you lie down on the cool granite floor at the precise geometric centre of the most precisely built structure on earth. And you feel it, a vibration, not heard with the ears, felt in the body, in the bones, in the sternum, in the base of the skull. The King's Chamber resonates at a frequency that modern acoustic researchers have now measured and documented. A frequency that corresponds almost exactly to the resonant frequency of the human body itself. The builders knew. This room was not a tomb. It was like a tuning fork, a place where the human body could be brought into resonance with something larger than itself, where the initiate, lying in the dark on this ancient granite, could feel the boundary between themselves and the cosmos begin very gently, very completely to dissolve. Lie still. Feel the vibration. Let it move through your bones, your chest, the crown of your head. Let it find the frequency that is already there within you, the hum that your own body makes when it's perfectly at rest, perfectly at peace, perfectly itself. The two frequencies finding each other now, aligning, like two tuning forks placed near each other, the second beginning to ring in sympathy with the first. You are not separate from this place. You never were. In the deep, resonant dark of the King's Chamber, the vibration holding you like a hand, you feel those loving hands resting once more on your shoulders, steady, unhurried, unconditionally kind. The same presence that has been with you across every journey, ancient, faithful, asking nothing, giving everything. The warmth flows, and in this chamber, in this frequency, the warmth moves differently than before, not just through the body's familiar geography, shoulders, chest, heart, but through something subtler, through the spaces between things, through the electrical field that your body generates and that extends beyond your skin in every direction, through the luminous envelope of energy that you are, that every living being is, that the ancient Egyptians understood as the Ka, the vital energy, the life force, the radiance of a living person extending out into the world. Feel it now, that subtle warmth and light that extends just beyond the edges of your body. not imagined, not metaphorical, but real, measurable. The electromagnetic field of a living human heart reaching out into the space around you. And feel it being tended, smoothed, brightened, returning to the natural coherence that is its resting state, when the noise of the day, the stress, the worry, the effortful holding of everything, finally, completely lets go. Every cell of you is intelligent. Every cell is listening. And right now, in the resonant heart of the most precisely built structure on Earth, every cell is receiving something extraordinary, the felt knowledge of its own wholeness. Be still. Let the warmth go wherever it needs to go. Let the vibration carry it into the places that have been waiting longest. Let your body remember what it has always known about its own extraordinary capacity to restore, to renew, to return, as the Nile returns each year to flood its banks, to its own natural abundance. The hands rest there a little longer, warm, faithful, completely present. And then, as always, they grow still. But the vibration remains, the warmth remains, the coherence remains. They are yours to carry forward. As you lie in the dark and the silence of the king's chamber, something appears in the space above you. Not a light exactly, a luminosity, as if the air itself has become very slightly, very gently radiant. And slowly, in that luminosity, a shape forms. A golden Ankh, ancient and beautiful, floating above you, turning slowly. You know this symbol. Everybody knows this symbol, even those who have never studied it, because it carries its meaning in its form, in a way that bypasses learning and speaks directly to something older in us. The cross of matter, of the four directions, of the body moving through the world. And above it, the loop, the oval of breath, of spirit, of the eternal. The Ankh is the symbol of life, but not life as a biological fact, life as a sacred act. The understanding that to be alive is not ordinary, that every breath you take is the loop at the top of the Ankh, the eternal passing through the material, the infinite inhabiting the finite for one more extraordinary moment. The Ankh descends slowly and comes to rest on your chest, over your heart. And as it does, you feel it. The loop at the top warming first, a gentle golden warmth spreading from it into your throat, your face, the crown of your head, and then the cross, its arms extending outwards through your chest, your shoulders, filling the whole of you with a golden, humming, ancient aliveness. You are alive, right now, at this moment, in this extraordinary body, in this extraordinary universe, for this extraordinary and unrepeatable moment. The Ankh is yours, a reminder carried in gold that the life you are living is not a waiting room for something more important. It is the thing itself, the sacred act, the eternal passing through you right now with every breath. As you rise from the granite floor of the king's chamber, something has shifted. The stirring from the first 4 episodes, that unnamed warmth, that almost remembering, has taken on a new quality, something more specific, something that feels less like the beginning of a feeling and more like the edge of a knowing, a sense of familiarity, not with this chamber exactly, with what this chamber is pointing towards. The same familiarity you felt when the Druid elder's ancient language arrived in your bones as understanding. When the new Grange light fell on you as if it had been aimed at you specifically. When the spiral appeared again and again across the ancient world, and something in you recognized it without being taught to. Something is waking up in you, not something new, something that has always been there, and it's beginning to know itself. You make your way back through the grand gallery, your hand trailing the polished limestone, and out through the passage into the cool desert night. The Sphinx is still watching, patient as ever. You bow your head to it, a recognition between equals, between one ancient thing and another, and turn to look back at the 3 pyramids standing in their precise and luminous configuration under the stars. Orion blazes above them. The same Orion, always the same stars. You press the golden Ankh to your heart, where your key and your light and your star map and your ember already rest, warm and present, a growing constellation of remembering. 5 gifts now, 5 journeys, and something within you that is no longer a flutter, but a steady, radiant, undeniable presence. Gently, like the car rising from the body it loves, your mind lifts up above the plateau. One last look at those 3 impossible, magnificent, faithful structures and the ancient faith looking east. And you turn for home, back through the warm Egyptian night, back across the ancient world, back to the room where your body has been resting so peacefully all this while. As you settle softly back, feel the weight of your body, the warmth of it, the miracle of it, the Ankh on your chest, the eternal passing through you with every breath. Become aware of your breath, the rise and fall of your chest. Feel the surface beneath you, solid, real, here. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a deeper breath in and let it go. And when you're ready, in your own perfect time, allow your eyes to gently open. Welcome back, beautiful soul. You have lain at the heart of the most extraordinary structure ever built. You have felt the resonance of the universe in your bones. You have carried home a golden Ankh and the knowing that your life, this life right now, exactly as it is the sacred act itself. You carry 5 gifts now, and something within you that is no longer simply stirring. It's beginning quietly and beautifully to know what it is. In our next episode, we return to Egypt, not to the plateau, but deeper, into the mystery schools, into the temples of the mind, into the most extraordinary initiation the ancient world ever devised. Until next time, carry your Ankh, breathe the eternal, and remember, every breath you take is the infinite passing through you. Namaste.